Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Richard Fleming. Today is Tuesday, the 12th of January, 2021. The purpose of today's video is to discuss what vaccines really do. And the reason for raising this question has to do with the different types of information that citizens are being provided depending upon which agency they're listening to. If 2020 taught us anything about the problems with press conferences, it was that individuals from different departments within the US federal government, state and local governments can provide conflicting information, thereby causing more confusion. With a mass effort to immunize so many people in the United States, I'm going to leave aside the discussion about whether the vaccines are effective or safe, and the questions about antibody-dependent enhancement produced by antibodies being produced to the vaccines and the ability of the vaccines to increase the amount of spike protein or S protein present in the body to get across the blood-brain barrier to cause damage to the brain. I want to focus on terms because it's frustrating enough when the general public misuses terms and they come into the doctor and they say things like blood thinner, and there is no such thing as a blood thinner. There are medicines that decrease the clotting tendency, but they really don't thin the blood. It's problematic when journalists go referring to papers that have been published and presume they understand the meaning of something and unintentionally or intentionally sometimes mislead people. But it's more of a problem when the federal government is doing it. To that, I'd like to draw attention to the CDC website. On the website, they're actually showing today that the CDC vaccination will help keep you from getting COVID-19. Vaccines don't keep you from getting anything. Vaccines are designed to expose your body to something that is foreign to your body, like the SARS-CoV-2 or COVID-19 virus, and to get your body to develop either T-cell response or antibody response or both, so that when you do become infected with the virus, you shorten the amount of time it takes for your body to respond to it because you will have memory cells of having already seen something of the virus, in this case, the spike protein. They do not prevent you from getting the disease. And as most everybody has agreed, they do not prevent you from then spreading it to someone else, which means that if the concern is that you might spread the virus to somebody else, even if you're vaccinated, it means they recognize that you can get infected or you wouldn't have anything to spread to somebody else. The problem with the CDC doing that is it's one of the major groups, agencies from the federal government that you depend on for information. In the leader to this video, you're going to see both the CDC comment and a University of Minnesota comment talking about peer-reviewed data shows high protection for leading COVID vaccines. That word protection is an important thing because it infers a protection. It infers that antibodies and T cells are being made. And while I still don't think that we have good evidence to show that, I'm willing to go along with that comment of protection because that is what vaccines are supposed to do, is to provide protection. They do not prevent you from getting disease. For the CDC to say that these vaccines prevent you from getting this disease is like a condom maker telling you that wearing a condom will prevent you from getting a sexually transmitted disease. And while there's better reasons for the condom manufacturers to be right in their statement, because they're actually producing a physical barrier to try to prevent the transmission of an infectious virus like HIV or a bacteria like chlamydia or syphilis or gonorrhea, even the condoms do not prevent disease. I think it's time for the CDC to take a look at their website and to determine how they want to phrase things correctly and to make those corrections. To have misleading information from the CDC website is tantamount to providing misinformation to the American public. And when people continue to have infections with SARS-CoV-2, will only cause more doubt about whether the CDC or other federal agencies have any idea what they're talking about.